It's 2024 and the Nikon D850 is still being manufactured by Nikon and it's still a strong seller. So why is that? In this age of mirrorless cameras, why would you even consider buying a Nikon D850 in 2024? Find out next. The Nikon D850 was released in September 2017, and yet here we are. It's 2024 and I still have my Nikon D850 as part of my camera lineup, and it's still going strong. I use it mainly for landscape and bird and wildlife photography. Photographers now have the likes of the mirrorless Nikon Z8 and Z9 cameras to buy in 2024. They have more modern technological features, and Nikon are continually fine-tuning and improving those cameras with regular firmware updates. Yet the good old D850 is still available and it's still selling well. Now, I'm not here to compare cameras, nor am I going to be talking down the Nikon Z8 or Z9. Both of those cameras are absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure the owners of those cameras would agree with me. Anyway, with that being said, here are my top 5 reasons why you should consider buying the Nikon D850 in 2024. There's no doubt about it, in all the years I've been doing photography, the Nikon D850's 45 megapixel sensor delivers some of the most beautiful quality images I've seen out of any camera. Over the years, the D850 has given me some of the most amazing images in so many types of photography. Things like landscape, birds and wildlife, long exposures, astrophotography, portraits, macro, you name it. This camera just keeps on delivering the goods every single time. It's no secret the Nikon D850's battery life is actually better than some of the modern day mirrorless cameras. And one of the reasons for that is because it has an optical viewfinder instead of an electric one. I don't know about you, but it can be a bit of a pain lugging around a ton of extra batteries in your camera bag. And what's even worse is when you're lining up for that one shot you've been waiting for ages, and through my experience, I've found the Nikon D850 battery can last me a whole day while out on a hike or doing bird and wildlife photography. Now that, of course, is if I'm mainly shooting stills with a bit of video every now and then. If you buy a Nikon D850 in 2024, you can be rest assured you're going to have a ton of lenses to choose from, and some of those at bargain prices. With the release of the Nikon mirrorless Z-mount cameras came a kind of a joyous windfall for Nikon DSLR owners. F-mount camera owners rejoiced as people offloaded their quality F-mount lenses on the second-hand market because they didn't want to use their old lenses on their shiny new Z-mount cameras via the FDZ or FDZ2 adapters. Now, on top of that, you also have even more lenses to choose from when it comes to third-party manufacturers like Tamron and Sigma. If there was ever a time to snap up a quality bargain on a 45 megapixel full frame camera, now is that time. After a bit of a search on the net, I found the Nikon D850 retail brand new at the time of making this video And look at that, it's almost half the price of the Nikon Z8 here in Australia. That's pretty amazing really, considering both cameras share 45 megapixel sensors and both are basically putting out the same still image quality. I'd love to know what the Nikon D850 is selling for in your part of the world where you're watching this video from. Please let me know in the comments below, and thanks in advance. This Nikon D850, in the years that I've had it, has never let me down, not once. If it did let me down, then it was probably something that I did wrong, like a wrong setting on the camera. I've been out in snow, heat waves, in pouring rain. This camera just keeps on clicking. The D850's tough exterior was built to take harsh elements. A lot of photographers out there nickname the D850 the brick, and that's simply because of its solid build and its weight. Yet the D850 feels so incredible in the hand. The ergonomics of this D850 is simply amazing, and the great thing is, if you're stuck out in bad weather for whatever reason, then you can be rest assured with the D850's weather sealing, it'll protect it. But a little disclaimer here, remember, weather sealing doesn't mean waterproof, so you should always endeavour to look after your gear when you're out in harsher conditions. About only one of the downsides with the Nikon D850 is its ability to focus in video modes. It's not that crash hot. But if you were after a stills-based camera and you weren't too fussed on video, then this Nikon D850 is definitely worth taking a look at. I'm never selling my Nikon D850. I think I'll just be using it until one day it doesn't work anymore and is beyond the worth of the cost of repair. Now when that day comes, well, it's going to be sad really, but I will have certainly got my money's worth out of this camera over the years and the joy it's given me capturing some magic moments. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all the best when it comes to buying your new camera in 2024, whatever it may be. Just get your camera, get out there and go and have some fun. Never stop creating, and I'll see you next time.